Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending to this session about the checkpro. We are going to do a comprehensive review of this smart novel screening device for dry eye and Demodex blepharitis. I'm going to make a very structured talk to show you how is the instrument and how useful it is for each of the uses that you can take for this instrument, okay? Please, if you have any doubt or if you have any question, please let me know. My name is Professor David Pinero from the University of Alicante in Spain. This is my conflicts of interest. And this is the instrument that we are going to talk. How we can define the checkpro? We can say that it's a screening platform for ocular surface diseases. We have artificial intelligence powered meibography. We have a module of interferometry, the measurement of tear meniscus, an evaluation of the ocular redness. We have an evaluation of symptomatology with 2 validated questionnaires. We have a screening for Demodex, and we have also a module of pupillography. It is an integrated system. It's easy to use, and what is most important in your clinical practice is fast. It's, as you can see here, it was developed with a modularity with different types of light to be the more versatile as possible for your use, okay? And it can be used in the workstation mode on the slit lamp, but also as a handheld device for your maximum flexibility. The exam initially automatically allows the operator to measure. This is, we can say, the first step is to use the infrared light to take automatically the measurement of the pupil diameter according to your room condition illuminations. You will have the pupil measurement for mesopic, scotopic, or even for photopic conditions. After this, with this type of light, you can go to the precise measurement of the tear meniscus height. In this case, it's very important to say, in comparison with other devices, that you can see here, it's very sharp how is the meniscus profile, and you can measure it very accurately. For the definition of this meniscus, you have 2 calipers on the image, and you only have to join these calipers with the sharp edges of the tear meniscus. In terms of after the measurement of pupillometry and after the measurement of meniscus, we can go to the measurement of meibomian glands, and we can make a meibography, as you can see here, with a high quality imaging, and you have after in the inferior part the automatic evaluation of the level of glandular loss according to the Meibo scale levels developed by Heiko Pult. This is very well known for all of you, and it is automatically can provide you this information that you can modify if you think it's not accurate enough. But normally, this artificial intelligence-based automatical selection of the level of glandular loss is very, very, very precise. And you can see here that the image of the eyelid is divided by the software in 5 zones, and the loss of patency of each area is evaluated individually. The software processes all this information and provides a reliable assessment of this glandular loss. And even, this is very interesting, it's more for even to show to the patient, but you can see here a 3D photograph of the meibomian glands. In this picture, you can show, for example, if there is a glandular loss, you can show the patient that you can see here that these glands are not present, and it's good to show to the patient the morphology of this glandular loss. After this, you go to the measurement by interferometry of the lipid layer of the tear film. This is very easy. You only have to change the infrared light to the white light to make this acquisition with the corresponding modular change. And you can evaluate the level of thickness of the lipid layer according to the pattern provided by this instrument. In this case, for example, it's clearly easily visible that we have an amorphous pattern which is related a thick and regular lipid layer. Regarding the redness algorithm, it is automatically also providing and computing the level of redness score according to the Efron's gradient scale, which is very famous, and automatically the algorithm of the device provides you the evaluation of this level of redness. Also, after all this examination, the last step is to put the white light to take the measurement of the eyelid to see the presence or not of demodex. You can see if they are living around the follicles as it is normally stated, and with this module you can take a very good picture to show with a high level of detail the presence of this type of enemies in our eyelids. After this, we have two questionnaires, the famous OSDI, but in the version of 6 questions. There are some doubts about if this questionnaire can be valid, but it's important to say that it has been validated. It's not here the reference performed by Wolfson et al. That they evaluated the level of reliability of using only 6 questions, and they confirmed that it's reliable enough to screen the symptomatology of dry eye. In addition, we have the Demodex questionnaire, the DES6, which is also 6 questions about the typical symptoms that are related to Demodex blepharitis. And we can also detect if the symptomatology is high enough or not. Why is important the use of this modular platform? Because one of the most important diseases that you can find in your ophthalmological practice is the presence of dry eye, which, as all of you know, is a multifactorial disease of the ocular surface that is characterized by the loss of homeostasis of the tear film that is accompanied by significant ocular symptoms in which the instability and the hyperosmolarity of the ocular surface is present, normally that leads to inflammation and damage of the ocular surfaces, and in which the neurosensory abnormalities play etiological roles. Normally we have the activation in this pathology, as all of you know, the activation of 2 central mechanisms: the presence of hyperosmolarity that leads to inflammation and damage to the ocular surface, the release of inflammatory mediators such as MMPs, and the death of surface epithelial cells, also caliciform cells, leading to the presence of symptoms and the initiation of compensatory mechanisms of dry eye. And the second mechanism is the presence of instability of tear film, which is secondary to this hyperosmolarity, and then contributes to this hyperosmolarity also. This leads to the presence of 2 types of dry eye. The first dry eye, which is the hyposecretory dry eye, in which we have symptoms of irritation, foreign body sensation, itchy eye, which is worse at the end of the day, and the worsening situation of greater tear film evaporation, with the corresponding signs of decreased aqueous tear production, decreased tear meniscus, and the corresponding staining patterns. and the evaporative dry eye, in which we have the same sensation of irritation, foreign body sensation, and itchy eye during all the day. And here we have the signs of meibomian gland dysfunction, the decrease of the breakup time, and the staining patterns, which is necessary for the diagnosis of dry eye. The evaluation of the tear film, quality and quantity, if it's possible, the evaluation of the tear film damage, normally by staining, but also you can do it by a slit lamp observation and the use of grading scales, and the evaluation of the composition of the tear film with the analysis of hyperosmolarity on other components, and finally the symptomatology. What this checkpro provides you? Some of these parts. The first of all, the evaluation of the production of the tear film by the evaluation of the tear meniscus measurement, the measurement of the height of this meniscus. We have performed, we can see here, a preliminary study in 12 patients, 40 healthy eyes and 11 dry eyes, with this range of ages from 22 to 65, and I want to show you the reliability of the measurement. We have taken 3 consecutive measurements of this parameter, and you can see the within session standard deviation, which is only 0.02 millimeters, ranging from 0.01 and 0.03. It's a very low level of error. Indeed, you can see here in this graph, our 12 patients, you can see that any of the patients is over 0.03. This is due to the high level of sharpness of the image detecting the edges of the tear film meniscus, and therefore provides a very precise measurements. This is the mean value that we obtain in our sample. Is very low because we have a lot of dry eye patients, most of them hyposecretories, and we compare in this case with the meniscus measurement provided by another platform, which is the BX120 Plus from other company, and we can see that the measurements were very similar and they were interchangeable. The coefficient of variation is below 20%, which is the requirement for any biological test, and then we can say that the measurements provided by this platform are very precise. There are several papers that have evaluated different cutoff points for the meniscus. Some of them talks about 0.20 millimeters as the cutoff point, another one's 0.19. In our case, with this device is a little bit lower because the measurement is more precise, and we are now finishing our study, and probably we will can provide you in very short future the exact cutoff point for the detection of dry eye with this parameter. Regarding meibography measurement, we also took 3 consecutive measurements in this same sample. You can see that the within such standard deviation is only 4% of glandular loss. It's very, very, very precise, with a mean value of 40.8%, because our sample was, there were a lot of cases of meibomian gland dysfunction, and only 11% of coefficient of variation, which is related to a very good performance or very high level of repeatability of the measurements provided with this device. And also remember the level of precision of the artificial intelligence algorithm selecting the level of glandular loss. You make the repeated image and it provides you exactly or very similar measurement. You can see here for the 12 patients that we evaluated, the level of meibomian gland within such standard deviation always below 10%. It's very wonderful result. Regarding the ocular redness measurement, also we take it 3 repeated measurements. In this case, there is no problem, because in the 3 repeated measurements, in the 12 cases, the same evaluation was provided by the device. 100% equivalence among 3 measurements. In this case, it's true that we obtain a grade 0 with the automatic measurements, and in some cases we have grade 1 and grade 2. But I have to tell you that was the initial version. Now it's fully optimized, and now we are reproducing exactly the same results that we can measure with other devices. And this is very interesting. You can see here, because this is very curious that we use the OST6 questionnaire. Remember that we have 4 healthy patients and 8 dry eye patients. And in all cases, you can see with the OST, there were, with the full OST, we have from all these patients, only 4 patients that were normal, okay? They were healthy. The same with the OST6. In these cases, we obtain the level 0. Therefore, it means that the OST6 is reproducing the result obtained with the full OST test. Okay? These are the questions, especially sensitivity to light, blur vision, driving or being driving at night difficulties, for watching TV, windy conditions, and difficulties in places or areas with low humidity. Now, let's go to the Demodex blepharitis. Most of you know that it's an easily identifiable condition with an ocular examination. There are presence of a number of cracks and collarettes in the base of the eyelashes. There is the presence of hyperemia in the eyelid margin, eyelid edema, the presence of telangiectasias, and the presence of anomalies on the eyelashes growth. The symptoms are itching, burning feeling, ocular discharge, and foreign body sensation. In our sample, any of the patient has Demodex, and exactly with the pictures obtained with the system, we can confirm that no cases of Demodex were present in our sample. Also with the questionnaire, because in all cases, except in 2 cases, the level obtained was 0, and in these cases was level 1, which is no diagnostic of Demodex blepharitis. Therefore, the questionnaire performs well on the detection of this condition. We can then conclude that this device is easy to use, provides a fast screening tool for the detection of dry eye and Demodex blepharitis. If you want to make a more complete, we can say a complete diagnostic exam, you can make more tests. But this allows you in a very fast way to define if you need more tests to be done. It's applicable to each visual examination. It's not time-consuming and provides valuable information. And it is a crucial tool in the anterior segment practice to evaluate the status and the impact of any type of treatment on the ocular surface. And this is all. I hope you like it. Thank you very much. And I'm open for any question that you can have about that. What is great is a device allowing you to take a very efficient screening of ocular surface problems in a very short time, allowing a more optimized detection of any problem without the need of performing a lot of tests that sometimes are very time-consuming and tiring for the patient. I think it's the main advantage that is provided.